boxing fans? It's your boy Easy Work Boxing. About to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Nobody's talking racism. We just get it to you how we supposed to get it to you on this channel. You know, we ain't got no favorites. None of that there. You know, I talked about the Chris Eubank victory over Liam Smith. I've been seeing and I watched some videos of Liam Smith, you know, basically complaining and crying about the whooping that he received. But it was fun. What's funny about the situation is before he actually took his beating, you know, he was very confident, you know, was nothing wrong with him, you know, no weight issues, no ankle issues, none of that. And then when he gets in the ring and goes out there, he gets beat up, gets knocked down, gets stopped. Now he had weight issues. Say he was, 42 pounds overweight before trying to make him the weight of the fight. That's nobody's fault but your own. If you knew you had a fight coming up in some months later down the road, then you should have been in shape. You know, stop with the excuses. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. You know, he won fair and square, and you lost. That's just what it is. You know, you got to take that loss like a boss. You know, you can't be out here whining and crying. You know, and you can see it in his face. One thing I didn't like, you could see the hurt in his face. You could see the shame in his face from all of that trash talking that he was doing. And now you done went out there and got beat up, and you got embarrassed in front of your fans. And now you choose to go out here and make excuses for your loss. That's the thing that I got against him. You know, if you'd have took it like a G, you know, hey, Chris was the better man. What's up with your free mind? Chris was the better man, and, you know, Chris just came out on top. He was the better fighter tonight. I could have accepted that. But coming out making these excuses, you got people talking about he had ankle injuries, which from what I understand, they were saying that he had the ankle injury while during the fight. So that's what caused him to have the ankle injury, was in the fight, I think in the third round or after the third round. So Chris Eubank has nothing to do with that. And if your opponent comes out there and he becomes disabled, or he has a flaw in the ring, it's your job to capitalize off of it. You don't supposed to be sitting there and say, oh, I'm not going to hit him because I think his ankle's hurt. Because if it had been Chris with his ankles hurt, then Chris would have had to take the abuse that Liam Smith would have put on him. So I think, you know, I know a lot of fans out there, you know, are Liam Smith fans, and you know what fans I'm talking about. And, you know, of course, they're going to go with him and they're going to ride with the fact of, you know, his leg was messed up and this, that, and the other. But all I got to say is give Chris Eubank Jr. his flowers, give the man his respect. You know, he was very disrespected during his whole press conference, taking an elbow to the face. And we all knew that was an elbow to the face. You could see how big his Chris Eubank Jr. face was. And, you know, just take your loss like a boss, man. You know, don't be out here crying, whining, and trying to make excuses and act like you know, something was wrong with you. You know, Chris went with it. What I liked about Chris Eubank Jr. is Chris would rarely tell the public that the reason he lost was from an elbow. He would try to go all the way up when he could have really went in on Liam Smith and said the only reason you beat me was because you elbowed me. You could look at my face and tell that you elbowed me. But instead, he kept it G. He tried to talk about it was things that he did that wasn't right, and that was the reason that he came up with the loss that night. You know, he could have came like the whole press conference, everything, even after the fight. He elbowed me. He elbowed me. He elbowed me. Never did that. So you go out there and you lose fair and square, and you're sitting up here making excuses. Oh, my weight issues and this, that, and the other, and I just couldn't get off. Yeah, you just couldn't get off because he was the better man that fight. Accept it. Get over it. Stop making the excuses. Stop crying. Stop whining. Liam Smith. Because when you going out there with that elbow to the face, you got your credit, which I don't even understand. They show you how biased boxing is. And they show you how much Chris Eubank Jr. is hated in boxing, because nobody even wanted to mention the fact that this man was elbowed in his face. Nobody wanted to mention that. So, like I say, shout out to Chris Eubank Jr., Bomac, you know, but Liam Smith, stop with the excuses. Now we got to go on to another situation I'm sick and tired of. Let me say this before I go in. I always show Floyd Mayweather his respect. Floyd Mayweather is a legendary fighter. Regardless of what he didn't accomplish or whatever my opinion is, he's a legendary fighter. Made a lot of money in the sport. I salute you, Floyd Mayweather. You are one of the best in the sport of boxing. But I dislike the way that Floyd Mayweather is literally coming out here and he's trying to downgrade Undisputed. It's really pissing me off. And it shows me lack of character, in my opinion, of Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, you didn't accomplish what these men accomplished. And I know it's bothering him because we seeing fighters become undisputed. Canelo, undisputed. Jamel Charlo, undisputed. Terrence Crawford, 2 times undisputed. Devin Haney, undisputed. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think Floyd Mayweather was expecting this to go on while he was still presently of age or, still doing exhibitions. So a lot of people, and if you see in the limelight of boxing, Floyd is no longer there. And I know that bothers him, but Floyd have to understand, you got to let these young brothers, Mexican brothers, Latino brothers, whoever make it to Undisputed, let them shine, Floyd. Your time is over. If you wanted to stay in the game, you could have been another Bernard Hopkins. You could have stayed with your skill set, Floyd. You could have stayed in boxing till you was 40, the age you are now. We see you in your exhibitions, but that old was more important to you. The money was more important to you, Floyd. See, I watched the video today to, make sure I can come in and say the right thing because I don't want to sound stupid. Floyd had the opportunity to become undisputed after he beat Carlos Baldomir. But what did Floyd do? He went in instead, made the big money fight, which you can't blame him. Get that bread, Floyd. You wanted to get the big money fight with Oscar De La Hoya. You left a chance of collecting all the belts at 147 because you beat Zab Judah for the IBF, you beat Carlos Baldomir for the WBC, and you could have continued on. You could have continued on in the process of being undisputed, but you chose, like you say, money over legacy. Like you say, you can't take legacy to the bank, which we all know that. We understand that. But one thing about legacy, it puts you up the top and you'll be remembered. And you chose money. So you ought to stop going out here telling Devin Haney to get rid of whatever belts or people to stop paying for they 3% of titles that's undisputed because you don't want nobody to be out there known as being undisputed. Stop doing that, Floyd. Stop doing it. They're showing your character and they show that you a real jealous type dude and you hate the fact now that you chose you chose money over legacy. That's your fault. Now, hey, I can't blame you. Hey, I love the big mansion you got. I love all them Bugattis. I love to have an $18 million watch. I can't hate on you. I can't say nothing bad about you. But when it comes to boxing, stop with the bullshit. The only reason you sit up here talking about this undisputed stuff and acting like undisputed ain't important is because you have never did it. You had the opportunity. But like I tell y'all, in order to be undisputed, you can't duck nobody. In order to be undisputed, you got to chase that other guy that got that belt. And this fighter could beat you, or you could beat him, but you have to take that chance. You have to take that chance. Even with the way he disrespected Terrence Crawford, a lot of y'all don't see it as disrespect, but I do. If I was Errol Spence's trainer, I would have Errol Spence at 160. And he admitted as well that he didn't want Errol Spence to fight Terrence Crawford. Why do y'all think he didn't want that? But you say you were part of Al Heyman. You're part of PBC. So why would a businessman not want to make money? Simply because you knew that Terrence could beat Errol Spence. And you didn't want Terrence Crawford above you in legacy. And a lot of y'all are still up here arguing and fighting about it to this day. And I'm not saying that Terrence Crawford could beat Floyd Mayweather or pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. What I'm saying you is when it comes to legacy, Terrence is above Floyd Mayweather. Now, I can't put Canelo Alvarez above Floyd Mayweather, even though he's undisputed too, but Terrence 2 times undisputed. Jamel Charlo, Devin Haney. These fighters are above Floyd Mayweather. These fighters are above Floyd Mayweather, whether you like it or not. Because Undisputed is the biggest accomplishment in boxing. Not pound for pound, not pay-per-views, not paychecks. Not paychecks. Fighters back in the day weren't making a lot of money. But they still talked about today. Hammering Hank Armstrong. He still talked about from the way he moved up in weight class and became a champion, undisputed in 2 weight classes. Are we talking about how much money he made? Are we talking about if he could sell out arenas? No, we remembering him from what he accomplished in the sport of boxing. See, Floyd Mayweather knows this. And I love you, Floyd. But I get on my channel and I tell the truth. I get on my channel and tell the truth. You're upset because your fame is gone. Mr. I know everything about boxing. I am boxing. No one is no longer talking about you because you haven't accomplished what these men have accomplished. You haven't accomplished it, Floyd. 50-0, 24 champions, won a lot of belts, but never won the biggest prize in boxing because you chose legacy. I mean, you chose money over legacy. And that's your own flaw. That's your own fault. Stop trying to go and talk about it and try to act as if, keep talking about it. Because, see, it's a lot of casual fans out here who don't know nothing about boxing. They agreeing with this. Oh, you can't take legacy to the bank. You can't spend legacy. True, that's true. That's true. But you ain't gonna remember. You ain't gonna be remembered over the people that are undisputed. You ain't gonna be remembered over the people that are undisputed. Surpassed you in the sport of boxing. Ain't nobody gonna be talking about who had the most biggest gates. You'll be remembered for highest pay-per-views, which don't nobody care about no damn pay-per-view numbers. Don't nobody care about no pay-per-view numbers. That's like when it comes to Tank. People love to talk about Tank. Tank the A side. The A side of what, dummies? The A side of what? Because he can sell tickets? Okay. Tank can sell tickets. What belts Tank got at 135? What belts does Tank have at 135 to make him the A side? Now, when he negotiating against Isaac Cruz, when he negotiating against a Richard Comey, a Tevin Farmer, you see what I'm saying? Guys that ain't got no titles and nothing, yeah, he the A side. Yeah, because they know he gonna sell the tickets. Yeah, he the A side against them, but when it comes to Devin Haney and y'all out here screaming that he's the A side, are y'all smoking something? What y'all on? There is no A side to Devin Haney when he got all the belts until he relinquished them. If Tank and Devin Haney were to negotiate right now for a fight, Tank is not the A side, baby. Tank ain't no A side. Don't nobody care. Real boxing fans and the real people in the sport of boxing don't give a damn about how many tickets you could sell. You ain't got the hardware to dictate no policy. The hardware is them with 4 belts. Tank don't got that. Tank don't got that. I keep telling y'all keep watching these channels, and these channels don't know nothing about boxing. They came in because they thought they started seeing boxers hang around rappers. They can't tell you a left hook from a fish hook, and y'all sit and follow their channel, and they keep telling y'all that pound for pound is important. Pound for pound ain't important. Undisputed is important. Moving up in weight classes is important. All that other shit is irrelevant. True, free mind. Bryce P. Henry Hank held 3 world titles at the same time when there was only 8 weight classes in boxing. I don't know about 3, but I know he held 2, and that was featherweight and welterweight simultaneously. In fact, while Jamel Charlo keeps saying he gonna do that again, they stopped that. They can't no fighter do that again where they could hold undisputed in 2 weight classes at once. So this is what I'm saying. When people have to go do their research and stop listening to fighters as well and go and do their research. Jermell Charlo can't hold up 2 divisions and hold no undisputed simultaneously. They don't allow it no more. They ain't allowed it since Armstrong. They stopped it right after him. So Jermell lying, okay? Should have been 4 years, but he was robbed. What up, Roger? Florida goof, I can't lie. Florida does have a legacy. I don't know, a legacy though. Yes, Floyd most definitely have a legacy. I'd be crazy as hell to sit up here and act like Floyd Mayweather don't got a legacy. That's retarded. Yes. Of course, he going to Hall of Fame, all that. But he ain't over Terrence. He might not even be over Canelo. Pacquiao, first, let me say this. Him nor Pacquiao. Because they have never been undisputed. They're going to be remembered. They Hall of Famers. But they ain't never been undisputed. The biggest accomplishment in boxing. Close money over legacy. I agree. 1,000%. He chose money over legacy. That's his fault. And he realizing it today as he see all these young champions becoming great. Undisputed. He's sitting back and he like, I got to figure out a way to knock this undisputed talk down. I got to make people feel like undisputed is not important. 50-0 is unimportant. 50-0 is important. That's what's important. Not going out there and going fighting the kings of the ring and getting all the belts. No, we got to figure out a way. And people love to talk about what? Money. Okay, I'm gonna use money as my strategy to knock down undisputed. I'm gonna use money as my strategy to make it seem as if undisputed isn't important. Oh, because I made this amount fighting this amount, and I made this amount fighting this. Have you ever been undisputed before, though? Because your money don't feed nobody, Floyd. Your money don't put no food in nobody else's hand. While you love talking about money, trying to downgrade undisputed. I see it. A lot of people ain't paying attention to it. I know what he doing. He hate that this era in boxing is going undisputed. People are going for legacy over money. He hate it. So he's trying to go back to, let me bring up money. Let me talk about money to the public and let them feel that that's more important than what boxing is truly about, being the king of the ring. You see what I'm saying? No one can say he is a legend. He fought some of the best. I never said he wasn't a legend. People still talk about Floyd and try to compare themselves to him. Don't nobody talk about Floyd no more. Don't nobody talk about Floyd no more. I don't see nobody mention the Floyd name no more. Last time I seen somebody mention Floyd Mayweather's name was Manny Pacquiao talking about he need to give him a rematch for the fans. Ain't nobody talking about Floyd no more. Floyd bringing himself up to be talked about. Ain't nobody checking for Floyd no more. Ain't nobody watching them exhibition fights. I just seen, what's that UFC fighter, Sonnen. He got a channel on YouTube. I can't, Chase Sonnen or Chad Sonnen. He a UFC fighter. He said he was a commentator at the Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather fight. He was a commentator there at that fight, Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. He said they put up on the screen, we have a packed audience. He said, I'm sitting there at the audience. He said, wasn't nobody at that fight. He said they had one side full in the arena. He said, but it came up on the screen, which, you know, they put it on the teleprompter for the commentators to say, we have a full house in here. He said, I knew then that they was lying about Floyd Mayweather and all them packed seats. Wasn't nobody there at the Conor McGregor fight, which is why y'all never got a Conor McGregor 2 fight. Because the people who sponsored, paid for that fight, they didn't make no money. That shit sound real close. They didn't make no money. Y'all, hold on, let me see something, because they don't like that. That sounds snakish like a motherfucker. What is that? Y'all ain't hear that? That's. I don't play with snakes or nothing like that. I don't rock with snakes or nothing like that. It scared me. Let me see what y'all talking about. Floyd still talking. Oh, people, ain't nobody talking about Floyd no more. Tank really talking about rematch of Cruz. How long I told y'all that? Didn't I tell you that? I be telling y'all stuff and then y'all come back on here and y'all be thinking I just be capping and like I hate these fighters or something like that. I just tell you the truth. I told y'all he was gonna give y'all a rematch. Cause he don't want to go fight Shakur Stevenson or nobody else. But y'all be out here giving him so much damn credit like he just the man. Floyd put him on low risk, high reward. Low risk, high reward. That's Tank's career. Low risk, high reward. I'm sorry for calling him Tank. I call him Mr. Rehydration Clause. I'm sorry, Tank. Mr. Rehydration Clause, he has built his career off low risk, high rewards. Ain't fought no damn body. And y'all be on here arguing with people talking about Tank is this, Tank is that. And Tank ain't shit as far as when it comes to boxing. No more to do more. Floyd and Pac have Fighter of the Decade awards. I don't give a damn what awards they got. Do they got Undisputed awards? Fighter of the Decade, yeah, that's an accomplishment. Use the Fighter of the Decade. Were you undisputed? Were you undisputed? That's all counts. Floyd hates when the spotlight isn't on himself. Facts. Floyd was good but boring. Floyd was technical as hell. Great skill set. Yeah, he bored the fans. Let's be honest. But they came and bought the fights. You know what I'm saying? People wanted to see Floyd Mayweather lose. See, he created the Money Mayweather persona because he knew people wouldn't like that. Nobody likes to see a black man getting a lot of cash and being arrogant with it. So he created the Money Mayweather persona to make people pay to see him lose. He was very smart as marketing himself. Can't take nothing away from the skill set. Was magnifique, great fighter, but he never really went out there and challenged himself. Y'all could say he fought champions, this, that, and the other. Yes, he did fight all those champions. But when it was time to fight certain fighters, he wouldn't fight them. He wouldn't fight them. That's why he was never undisputed. Them exhibition fights, ain't nobody looking for chicken for that shit. Ain't nobody looking for no exhibition fights. I'd be lying if I say Bud has a greater legacy than Floyd based on Bud being. Then you don't know nothing about boxing. Who is this? Fins, Heat Kings. No disrespect to you. If you are still up here to this day and you are saying that Bud does not have a better legacy than Floyd Mayweather, and he is a two-time undisputed champion, don't watch boxing no more. Don't watch boxing no more. You don't know nothing about boxing. Don't you pay for no more fights. Don't watch Fight Hype. Don't watch no more channels, brother. I'm just being real with you. If you can literally sit up here and you just said that you would be crazy to put Terrence Crawford over Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd has never been undisputed, and Terrence has been undisputed twice, stop watching boxing. That means you more of a fan and don't want the truth. You don't know nothing about the sport. That means you more of a fan than Floyd than wanting to hear the truth. And I'm giving you the truth. I respect the hell out of Floyd as a fighter. You ain't got no choice but to respect the man. But Terrence surpassed him. It's over, y'all. Terrence surpassed him. If Charlo beat Canelo, okay, so it make y'all feel better. It'll make you feel better, huh? If I don't put Terrence Crawford name over, huh? If Charlo go and beats Canelo Alvarez, he over Floyd Mayweather. How you feel about that then? Does that make you feel a little better? Does that make you feel a little better then? If Charlo defeats Canelo Alvarez, he's above Floyd Mayweather. Tank will retire without winning another belt, very possible, or not a real belt at least. Bud would have knocked out Maidana at 147, no rematch. But we don't know that. I can't say if Bud would knock out Maidana. I love Marcos Maidana. Marcos Maidana was a soldier. Floyd couldn't go forward versus Cotto or Margarito like Pac did. Of course, because Manny Pacquiao was on steroids. I keep telling y'all that. You know what I'm saying? Floyd would have avoided him. Floyd avoided Keith Thurman. Most definitely he would have avoided Terrence Crawford. That's how y'all even got Errol Spence's name out there, because, see, this is how I know people don't be watching boxing. Y'all just thought, a lot of people just ain't been watching boxing. Keith Thurman was Floyd Mayweather mandatory for the WBA title. Keith Thurman was Floyd Mayweather's mandatory for the WBA title. They gave Floyd Mayweather, that's when the first super belt came out. They made it for Floyd, the super WBA title. They gave it to Floyd Mayweather and made Keith Thurman the regular WBA champion. Floyd didn't want to fight Keith Thurman, so he held up Errol Spence and said, if Keith Thurman fights Errol Spence, then he will give him a shot. But a lot of y'all don't remember that. I don't tell you nothing but the truth on my channel, bro. Keith Thurman was a mandatory for Floyd. Floyd didn't want to fight Keith Thurman and held him up. Held up Errol Spence. If you fight Errol Spence Jr., Keith Thurman, I'll give you a shot. A lot of people don't know that, though. Charlo, I don't believe he's going to beat him either. But I was just saying that for the guy who was saying that, because a lot of people just don't like Terrence at this point. For what reason, I don't know. But a lot of boxing fans just can't stand to hear Terrence Crawford's name. So they think I'm just saying it because Terrence is a two-time undisputed champion. But if Canelo loses to Charlo, Charlo will be a two-time undisputed champion. So he will be above Floyd Mayweather too, since y'all don't like to hear Terrence's name above him. I'm going to say this again on my channel. Undisputed is the biggest accomplishment in boxing. Do you understand? I'm trying to make it clear to y'all. I don't care what these other channels told y'all. I don't care what, no, pound for pound is not it. Undisputed is the biggest accomplishment in boxing, period. May God rest his soul. Emmanuel Stewart said the same thing about Mayweather, stating that Mayweather really hasn't fought anybody. Floyd fought fighters that he knew he could beat. That's what y'all don't understand. Floyd was just that damn good that Floyd knew who he can beat. Whenever they had a longer jab than him, he didn't want to fight him. Whenever he couldn't dictate policy on fighting him, he didn't fight him. Whenever they didn't want to do what he wanted them to do, he didn't fight him. Legendary fighter, hands down. But Floyd never took the challenge of going and doing certain things in the ring to be undisputed. And it shows for itself. You can't say Bud won't knock out McDonough at 147, but you say Bud has better legacy than Floyd. See, your statement just proved that you really penis riding Floyd Mayweather. I'm going to read your statement again. You can't say Bud won't knock out Maidana at 147, but you can say Bud has a better legacy than Floyd. Make it make sense. The reason I said that you can't say that Bud would knock out Maidana is, for one, if you knew anything about boxing, you can't sit up and say who gonna win a fight and they ain't fought. Because it's boxing. One punch changed everything, right? So I can't sit up here as a boxing fan and tell you, oh, Terrence Crawford would have just beat the hell out of Marcos Maidana. Terrence Crawford would have beat the hell out of Marco. How the hell I'm gonna say that when they never fought? Then that would mean I'm a Terrence Crawford fanboy. Because I'm just going with the flow and just saying, oh, he could just beat this man. No, I can't say that. Because Marcos Maidana had 2 great fights with Floyd Mayweather, who you and many others consider to be the greatest of all time, right? So how can I go out there and just say Terrence could just run through Marcos Maidana? How can I say that? You understand now? Pretty Boy Floyd was a much better fighter before he came Money Mayweather. He was younger, and it was taking it 2 guys. Floyd was just so smart in the ring, he realized he didn't have to be Pretty Boy no more. See, Floyd, like I said, Floyd knew who he could beat. Floyd been in boxing since he was a kid. He could look at a fighter and tell whether or not Tank could beat him. That's why he chose certain opponents for Tank. Or whether he could beat him, which is why he didn't have too many fights, especially if they had a longer jab than him. Y'all just seen him in the ring with Blueface, a guy that ain't even a real boxer, with a long jab. That right there should have showed y'all why he didn't fight Paul Williams, Winky Wright, and many others. Amir Khan, when he asked the public, who do we want him to see him fight, Amir Khan or Marcos Maidana, and he still chose Marcos Maidana because Amir Khan had a long jab and was fast-handed. I'm not saying that Amir Khan would beat Floyd Mayweather. What I'm saying is Amir Khan jab was so long in his fast hands, he could have outpointed Floyd. Floyd didn't have knockout power before y'all sit up here and say about the glass jaw of Amir Khan. That's why he didn't fight Amir Khan. Only 3 fighters give Floyd trouble is Duran, Leonard, and Ray Robinson. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This dude said the only 3 fighters give Floyd trouble is Duran, Leonard, and Ray Robinson. I can tell now by these comments, there's a lot of casuals on here now. Yeah. Bud ran through everybody at 147 based on Bud 100% KO ratio. He stops Maidana. You don't know that, bro. You don't know that. You don't know whether or not he stops Maidana. Ain't nobody, first of all, let me tell you this. Nobody has ever stopped Marcos Maidana. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Have you seen some of Marcos Maidana's fights where he done been down before and got up? Matter of fact, Finn's, Canes, name me some fights that name some fighters Marcos Maidana has fought and within a minute. Type up here and name, have you ever seen Marcos Maidana fights? Name me some fighters Marcos Maidana has fought. Don't take over a minute. Don't take over a minute to tell me, because now we're finna see if you're a real boxer fan. Tell me some fighters Marcos Maidana has fought. Starting now. Go ahead. My clock say 34 minutes. Nobody. I asked you about EJ. I said Marcos Maidana. Type up who Marcos Maidana has fought. Type that in now. We ain't talking about Gamboa. You sitting up here and you trying to justify about Terrence and Maidana. I asked you a simple question. See, this is how you find out that people don't know shit about boxing. He talking about everybody else, but the fighter, he was just penis riding. He just said Terrence would do this and Terrence wouldn't do that, and I'm wrong about this, but he can't tell me 2 fights Marcos McDonald had. Felix Diaz. We're not talking about Felix Diaz. We ain't talking about Felix Diaz. I said name Marcos McDonald fights. That's hypothetical. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. Don't say nothing else about boxing on my channel. Don't say nothing else about boxing on my channel. Hey, if he say anything else or he make a comment, delete his comment, moderators. I don't want to hear nothing else from him. I don't like even talking to y'all dudes. Because you can't even ask I do the same thing on Facebook. I just asked a dude on Facebook with some that arguing back and forth with me about 2 particular fighters. I asked him one question. I said, you say you know about boxing, right? He said, yeah. I said, who's the first black heavyweight champion of the world? I don't got to answer that. I said, don't say nothing else to me about boxing no more. Don't say nothing else to me about boxing no more. If you a black man and you say you love boxing and you don't know who the first heavyweight champion, black heavyweight champion of the world is, don't talk to me no more. You're a waste of argument. Yeah, you need to go and leave my channel. You're a waste of my time talking to. Going off Crawford's past previous fights, no one can see an individual can assume they're not wrong. Aeroduct, Cotto, and Pacquiao. I don't know about Cotto. I can't say that. Gun boys, been stopped. The only way you can say he stopped McDonald's if he actually fought. Exactly. How I'm gonna sit up here and tell y'all, oh, Terrence could just beat the hell out of Marcos McDonald. Huh? Huh? No, I ain't deleting them. People have a right to their opinions, but I hate arguing with casuals who don't know shit about boxing. He backing McDonald on a Terrence situation, but he can't tell me 2 Marcos McDonald's fights. He can't even tell me 2 fights Marcos McDonald had besides Floyd Mayweather, but he want to argue with me. I ain't got time for that. That's a waste of my breath arguing with people like that. This is what I'm talking about. That's why I made that video. Boxing fans are getting on my damn nerves. Because half of y'all ain't been watching boxing long enough. Y'all sit up here and y'all watch them channels with 100,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers. Well, besides Fight Hype, Fight Hub, and stuff like that. But y'all watch channels like mine, who got 100,000 subscribers, and then y'all think y'all know something from listening to them niggas. Them niggas don't know nothing about boxing. Them niggas don't know nothing about boxing. Facts, Chris Bryant. He couldn't even mention Adrian Broner fought Marcos McDonald. He couldn't even mention that. So I know he ain't been watching boxing long. Man, you got to hit my man. You got to go in there and damn near kill. You got to damn near kill Marcos McDonald. We all know that who been watching boxing. We all know that who really been watching boxing. Marcos McDonald ain't a pushover for nobody. This nigga knocked out Floyd Mayweather teeth and got Floyd Mayweather teeth on the chain. Get the hell out of here. Devin Alexander. He fought Devin Alexander. Floyd, Adrian. Make Victor Ortiz think twice about boxing. I can't say if McDonald would have beat Spence. I can't say if McDonald would have beat Spence. How do I feel about Ryan Garcia? Do you think he will ever reach elite level? With the right trainer, he can. Ryan, which I didn't find out until after the Tank loss, Mr. Rehydration clause loss. Ryan got a lot of gaps in his offense. The footwork, you know what I'm saying? Ryan slacking in a lot of areas, and Tank saw that. Mr. Rehydration clause, Tank saw that. And I didn't see that myself, you know what I'm saying? But Mr. Rehydration clause, Tank saw that. Ryan Garcia was slacking as far as in certain things and skill set. I don't remember when, honestly, I don't remember when Spence got offered to fight Miguel Cotto. So I can't say that. From what I understand, Cotto was out of 147 by the time Errol Spence showed up. Cotto was at 161 at 154. Cotto had moved up by then. Hell, when Floyd fought Cotto was at 154, I believe, right? Or moving up right after that fight. So I've never heard of Cotto being offered to fight Errol Spence or Errol Spence being offered to fight Cotto. He probably hasn't improved much since the amateurs, but I'd like to see him improve as a professional. I like Spence, but I think Maidana was hell. I don't know what folks talking about. Y'all sleeping on Marcos Maidana. They don't know what they talking about. They don't know what they talking about. Anybody that get on the channel and say that somebody could have just ran through Marcos Maidana don't know what the hell they talking about. Floyd didn't run through Marcos Maidana. Floyd Mayweather didn't walk through Marcos Maidana. What the hell people talking about? You disagree or challenge Blue Blood? Do I disagree or challenge Blue Blood? He block you. Disagree or challenge with Boston Ego? He block you. Do you disagree or challenge with Drew? He block you. People can have an opinion. I don't care about your opinion. What I'm telling you, my brother, is I'm not finna argue with you because it's clear that you don't know shit about boxing. If I wanted to block you, you'd be blocked. What I'm telling you is I don't want to debate. Don't debate with me because you can't. You can't. I ain't blocked you. It just pisses me off how people, you see exactly like you doing. Didn't I tell y'all? What? I'm a Virgo, bro. I'm a Virgo. I know people. I used to be homeless in the streets. I know people. Bro, you disagree or challenge Blue Blood. Didn't I tell you watch them big name channels who don't know shit about boxing? They just reported. You disagree with Blue Blood. Who else you name? Boxing Ego. I don't even know who Drew Titan is. You watch big platforms. See, you are casual. You look at, when you go to boxing videos, you go and see who got the biggest subscribers, and you think they know more than everybody else. You see what I'm saying? You are casual. See, you probably jumped on here because you really want to debate me and you don't like me because a lot of people say I think I know a lot about boxing. And so you wanted to get on here and debate me and go at war with me, and you don't know shit about boxing. Yeah, that's all it is. Ain't no hate towards you, my brother. I ain't mad at you. But I know you don't know nothing. Sean Porter, EJ never been stopped until they face Bud. Well, that's unfortunate for them. That's unfortunate for them. They should have never faced Bud. You remember Bud couldn't beat them. Even before he fought Sean Porter, what they say? Oh, this is Bud's step-up fight. And I'm like, how in the hell is this his step-up fight? They must don't know about his resume. A lot of boxing fans, this is what we gonna see what Bud really at when he fights Sean Porter. And I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of casuals running around here to say some dumb shit like that. If y'all think that Sean Porter was gonna show y'all where Bud was at, it was a lot of casuals running around. Yeah, it's just boxing talk. But you gotta know boxing to talk it. It's just boxing talk, bro, but you gotta know boxing to talk it. That's all I'm saying. That's all. Y'all think Spence beats Maidana. Okay. People don't respect Crawford's resume like they should. Because they don't know. They don't know. He beat a lot of great fighters from 135 to 140. But we know about what Marcos Maidana is, bro. We know about what Marcos Maidana was, bro. Marcos Maidana, let me put it to you like this. If Marcos Maidana was 30 years old and in shape, 147 would be in fucking trouble. 147 would be in trouble. If Marcos Maidana was 30 years old and still in shape and hungry, they'd be in trouble. Everybody know that. That was the first fight that made me a real fan of Terence Crawford. And Larry Lopez, when I seen him fight Victor Postal and the way he switched up his offense and went to moving, I said, this dude another type of talent. Because you never seen Crawford early in his career move like that. That showed me that he's a thinker in the ring. He can adjust in the ring and beat anybody. That's what that showed me. He probably beat Terence at 154. That's it. Who gonna beat Terence at 154? Oh my God, y'all see, God damn. Y'all think that boy is gonna win at 154? Y'all really think 154 is gonna make a difference for Errol Spence? It's not. Y'all finna see that boy get his ass whooped again. That's what y'all finna see. Y'all finna see Errol Spence get beat up again. That's what y'all about to see. Domination at 154. So let me ask y'all Spence fans this, because y'all keep talking about 154. 154. I thought he had nerve damage. I thought he had nerve damage. Y'all want to see him get back in there with nerve damage? I thought due to the accidents and the eye injuries that he wasn't the same fighter. Y'all still want him to get in there? So that means y'all don't really believe that stuff, right? The accusations of the fans, because Errol ain't said none of that, but the accusations of the fans, y'all say he had nerve damage. So y'all are willing to go out there and watch him go back out there and get destroyed again with nerve damage? What happened to the nerve damage? No, I ain't say you said that. I'm just going off the fact that you said he probably have a better chance at 154. I ain't say you said that. I never said you said that. I'm just saying. I thought he had nerve damage. So what happened to the nerve damage? It's gone now? It's what? August, September, a month? Probably a month and a week. And his nerve damage gone now. Yeah, so what's going to be the excuse after he get beat this time? What's going to be the excuse after he get whooped this time? Bud been accused of steroids, tampering with gloves. Nothing came back saying he was on steroids. He even got a needle shot in his arm after the fight where they took his blood. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see where they took Terrence's blood after the fight when he got that Band-Aid on his arm? Y'all seen that, right? Steroids. Snack, Victor Conte. Victor Conte. Errol was pausing. A girl in a red dress. The devil in the blue dress pausing Errol Spence. Lord have mercy. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Mm-mm-mm. The devil in the blue dress. The lady in the red dress, blue dress, pausing Errol Spence. A single. He got Deontay Wilder. If that rematch happened, Errol Spence ain't got nobody around him who love him. If that rematch happened before December, Errol Spence got a lot of people around him who don't love him. Y'all understand that, right? They only there for the money, baby. Because ain't no way this boy is fit mentally ready to go back into that fight. If Canelo is not above Floyd, then why is Haney and Jamel? Because it's hard to say that Canelo is above a fighter that he lost to. In my opinion, I can't put Canelo over Floyd Mayweather when Floyd beat him. That's just me. Somebody else will probably tell you different. As far as legacy, yeah, he above Floyd. As far as undisputed, yes, legacy, he above Floyd. But I can't do it because he lost to the man. In my opinion, I don't give a damn what a Canelo done went and did. I could never put Canelo over a guy that beat him like that. Floyd beat the hell out of Canelo. That's my opinion of it. That's the first time I'm gonna agree with you, Fins, is that the reason Errol Spence jumped out that fight because he was a southpaw. Pacquiao was a southpaw, and Errol, they thought Manny Pacquiao couldn't move no more, and he was washed up till they seen him jumping around and moving fast. They left that fight. Errol don't got footwork. Errol can't move his feet. That's why Sean Porter gave him one of his hardest fights, because Sean Porter could move his feet fast. You know, the fighter that they said was a football player that didn't have no skills, but yet gave him his toughest fight, while people out here complaining about how his face looked, but then go look at how Sean Porter had his face. Sean Porter had his face swelled up before the car accident, remember? Everybody go back tonight and go and look at Errol Spence's face when he fought Sean Porter before the car accidents. Swole. Swole. But I seen how he looked and all the blood on his face from Terrence. It had to come from the car accident, the knots on his face, and the way EJ was bruised up. It had to come from the car accident. That was the reason why he had so much damage. Then why did Sean Porter have him looking like that too? Why did Sean Porter have him looking like that too? Before the car accident. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Derrick James been overrated. Ain't just now. Derrick James been overrated. I went and seen Frank Martin last fight. No head movement. Derrick James just let his fighters go out there and be great, and he get the recognition of them going out there being great. Derrick James ain't a good trainer. Derrick James is not a good trainer. I ain't gonna say he overrated, but he ain't top notch. He ain't better than Bomac. He ain't better than Bomac, and that's proven. I think we all can agree to that now. I seen the highlights, Bryce. I seen the highlights. Bomac turned him all around and for better, to a certain extent. Chris Eubank went into his old ways later on into the fight, dropping the hand, dropping his hands. He went back to himself. But he came out on top, using that jab. I think he need to work on that jab a lot more. It's a lot of more stuff they could work on with Chris Eubank Jr. He need to stay with Bomac. Yeah, he gonna do Spence bad, man. Y'all, we got 4 minutes left on the chat. We got 4 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? We got 4 minutes left. If you want to show some love to the channel, go to Cash App. You know where to go on my Cash App. Go to About. I would appreciate whatever you want to send to support the channel. I truly appreciate that. And also, hit the like buttons. Anybody who watching now, please hit the like buttons. If you like what I'm giving you, you know what I'm saying, subscribe to the channel. I will say Anthony Joshua. No, Anthony Joshua looks worse to me. Looks worse. The same Anthony Joshua, but worse. He said he had 2 undisputed champions simultaneously, but he overrated. No, he didn't have. Oh, you said nearly had. Okay, yeah, you right, nearly had. Yeah, I value Undisputed. But did you know that Jermell Charlo was with Ronnie Shields before he was with Derrick James? And Jermell Charlo still fights the same way? Do you know that? Jermell Charlo was with Ronnie Shields first. And Jermell Charlo still fights exactly the same way he fought when he was with Ronnie Shields. Do I got Floyd over Pacquiao legacy? We can't do that. We can't put Floyd over Pacquiao's legacy simply because he went 8 divisions. But I know, and you could go check out anybody who think I'm capping about Manny Pacquiao. Go and type in Paulo Malignaggi, Manny Pacquiao, and put steroids. Paulo Malignaggi was the only fighter that ever came out and told the truth besides Floyd Mayweather. Manny Pacquiao was on goddamn steroids. That's why he went up 8 divisions, which is unnatural, running through bigger men and stopping bigger men. Manny Pacquiao was on damn steroids. But I can't take his legacy away. I can't say that Floyd is over him in legacy when he went up 8 divisions. But he was on steroids. I can't say that. He was on steroids, though. And that ain't to knock Manny Pacquiao. Because at the end of the day, my opinion ain't going to stop him from going in the Hall of Fame as a legend. But I know that boy was on steroids. I know that. Yeah, Liam Smith sucked the first fight. He just got lucky with an elbow. Hell no, Andre Ward ain't over Floyd. Andre Ward ducked the Donnie Stevenson. Andre Ward could have been undisputed. All he had to do was get one more title after he beat Kovalev the second time, and he ran and retired. He didn't want to fight Superman. That's why when a lot of people be talking about Andre Ward, an all-time great, why he didn't fight Superman or Donnie Stevenson, who had that last title. I tell y'all, y'all rocking with me, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I ain't no fan of none of them niggas like that. I'm a fan of boxing. I'm a fan of no man. I'm gonna say that again before I get off. I'm a fan of no man. I'm a fan of boxing. This your boy Easy, man. I'm out, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a good night. May y'all have a blessed tomorrow and many more days, man. This your boy Easy. I'm signing out.